Hello everyone, welcome to the series on the history of English literature. And in this video, we are going to discuss poetry in the interwar years. First of all, introduction. The end of World War I in 1918 did not bring the renewal and idealism many had hoped for. Instead, the years that followed were marked by profound disillusionment, spiritual emptiness, and cultural fragmentation. Nowhere was this shift more powerfully expressed than in the poetry of the 1920s, which mirrored the shattered consciousness of a generation that had witnessed mass destruction without clear redemption. The Wasteland and the Hollow Men, a language of ruins. T.S. Eliot's The Wasteland 1922 and The Hollow Men 1925 became emblematic of post-war despair. These poems abandoned traditional poetic structure, adopting fragmented voices, allusions, and symbolic landscapes to depict a civilization in decline. Eliot's modernist style captured a spiritually barren world, full of meaningless rituals, cultural decay, and emotional paralysis. The wasteland symbolizes a world without order or renewal, filled with broken myths and modern alienation. The Hollow Man continues this mood, portraying soulless figures unable to act or believe, living in the shadow between life and death. Together, these works signaled that poetry had entered a new modernist phase, one that no longer assumed stable meanings, clear values, or comforting myths. A disintegrating culture and the search for meaning. The poets in the period became acutely aware of sociological and historical forces, recognizing that the collapse of traditional structures, religious, cultural, ethical, left a void. Poetry now became an instrument not of reassurance, but of witnessing the breakdown of values and the need to construct new ways of seeing. There was crisis of meaning, and poets responded not with ideological certainty, but with existential honesty. Their works often explored themes such as the loss of spiritual foundations, the fragmentation of identity and language, the emotional consequences of war and modernity. The Orden School and political engagement. Although poets of the early post-war period were not overtly political, the 1930s saw a shift. With the rise of fascism, economic depression, and the looming threat of another war, poetry began to embrace political themes and collective responsibility. This new wave of engagement came with the emergence of the Orden Group in the 1930s. W.H. Auden, along with Stephen Spender, Cecil Day Lewis, and Louis MacNeice, responded directly to contemporary social and political crises. Their poetry combined intellectual rigor, modernist form, and a commitment to activism, seeking not just to mourn the world's decay, but to change it. Thus, while 1920s marked a period of mourning and fragmentation, the 1930s brought a more hopeful, interventionist tone, though still tinged with irony and skepticism. Conclusion. The poetry of interwar years was born from disillusionment and cultural collapse, best captured by the early modernism of Eliot. However, as the interwar years progressed, poets began to confront not only the existential despair of their age, but also its political responsibilities. The evolution from Eliot's apocalyptic vision to the Orden School's activism reflects poetry's role as both mirror and maker of modern consciousness. So this was the discussion on the poetry in the period of interwar years. We will meet in the next video and discuss some other topic. Until then, goodbye and thank you.